Hello dear students, welcome back to the NCERT Science class of 8th standard. Dear students, in the previous class we have studied the chemical properties of the metals and non-metals. We are studying the topic metals and non-metals. Before the last period we have studied the physical properties of metals and non-metals. Then after this one we have studied the chemical properties of metals. Later we have studied the chemical properties of non-metals, and also along with that we have studied the uses of metals and non-metals also. Next, dear students, today we are going to study the chemical properties of the metals and non-metals. But we have left that. See here. See, when metals, magnesium is a metal which burns in presence of oxygen. In an activity that we burn a magnesium ripple in presence of oxygen. We got magnesium oxide. Yes, when we burn a magnesium ripple, magnesium, see in the flame what happens we burn a magnesium ripple in presence of oxygen, we got an ash. See what happens? That white ash we got. See, that white ash, it contains magnesium oxide. When we burn a magnesium in presence of oxygen, we got magnesium oxide. See, that magnesium oxide, when we get a magnesium oxide, when we add the magnesium oxide, this magnesium oxide with water, what happens here? When we add the magnesium oxides of metals, the metals when reacts with the oxygen, it produces the magnesium oxide. The reaction of metals with oxygen produces a metallic oxide. See, that metallic oxide again further what we got the powder and all, the rust, we can say the rust of iron, or the powder or the rust we can say, or the oxide of that metal, when we add into the water, when it stir it well, it produces the magnesium hydroxide. Magnesium hydroxide, isn't it? Then here the experiment is not complete here. Still, we have to know this, whatever the chemical substance is obtained, either it is acidic or basic. See, in 7th standard we have studied base are those chemical substances which are having the hydroxide ions and hydroxyl ions, OH ions. That is called as the base. Magnesium hydroxide, it is a base. By seeing the formula we can identify. But we have to conform with the test. How we will do? See, we have to take a blue litmus and red litmus paper. Blue litmus and red litmus paper, whatever the solution we obtain by adding in a beaker. In a beaker, we have taken the water in which we add the magnesium hydroxide. Plus we add the magnesium hydroxide. Magnesium oxide. We add the magnesium oxide in water, we got the magnesium hydroxide. We have to test the magnesium hydroxide is acidic or basic. By seeing the formula, we will identify that it is a basic. But with the test, we have to confirm. How we will confirm? Scientifically, we have to confirm. How we will confirm? By taking the blue and red litmus paper that is indicated that we are studying in 7th standard. We have to take a blue and red litmus paper, in which in that solution we have to dip the blue litmus paper first. The blue litmus paper that will not show any change of the color. Then we have to take a red litmus paper. We have to dip the red litmus paper. Red litmus paper. So what happens? Red litmus paper changes to the blue color. Red color turns to the red litmus paper changes to the blue color. Blue color. It means it indicates that if red litmus paper changes to the blue color, then we can say that the solution is basic in nature. Basic in nature. Yes, basic in nature. Next, dear students, after this one, here we confirm that whatever the metallic oxide, you can take calcium here instead of magnesium. You can take sodium. You will get the magnesium oxide and the metallic oxide. When we add the metallic oxide in water, any metallic oxide you can take, it will produce a basic substance or the solution which is a basic in nature. Now come to the non-metals like sulfur. We have taken the sulfur, non-metal. It is a metal. When metal burns or when metal reacts with the oxygen, it produces a metallic oxide. When this metallic oxide adds with water, it produces the metallic hydroxide. That is the base. When the non-metals, when non-metals react with oxygen, that produces the non-metallic oxide. That is non-metallic oxide. When these non-metallic oxide reacts with the water, that gives, when the non-metallic oxide, see here we have taken the beaker, in that beaker we have taken the water and we add the sulfur dioxide which we obtain by burning the sulfur is a non-metal. On burning or adding, that means the reaction of sulfur with the oxygen, that gives the sulfur dioxide. The sulfur dioxide, whatever we obtain sulfur dioxide, when we add it to the water, it will produce a sulfurous acid. Sulfurous acid. H2SO3, sulfuric acid. It is an acid. Sulfuric acid, not sulfurous acid. That is when non-metallic oxides adds into the water, it produces the acids. When metallic oxide adds into the water, it produces the basic substance. Basic substance, here acidic substance, it is an acid. It is an acid. This one is a base. Understood? It will produce a basic and acidic substances separately. Isn't it? Next, that is the last concept. Then now come to the exercise. Exercise. For that, first we have to open the textbook. See on the page number 53. Open the textbook. The first question he has given, multiple choice question. See, which of the following can be beaten into the thin sheet? Which can be beaten into the thin sheet? The option they are given. Option A, zinc. The option B, phosphorus. Option C, sulfur. Option D, oxygen. The phosphorus, sulfur and oxygen, they are the non-malleable because non-metals, they are non-malleable. Non-metals, they are non-malleable because that's why it will not turn to a thin sheet. Zinc is a metal that will turn to a thin sheet. The option first one is zinc. The next come to the second question. Which of the following statement is correct? Which of the following statement is correct? See the question number 2. All metals are the ductiles. Option A. Option B. All non-metals are the ductile. Option C. Generally metals are ductile. Option D. Some metals are ductile. The correct answer is C. That is generally the metals are ductile. Generally metals are ductile. Next come to the fill in the blanks. Question number 3. Phosphorus is a very dash non-metal, reactive non-metal. Phosphorus is a very reactive non-metal. Phosphorus is very reactive non-metal. Most reactive metal that is potassium. Very reactive non-metal, phosphorus. That is third question. 8th one, that is reactive. Next Metals are dash conductors of heat and dash good conductors of heat and electricity. Then C question. Iron is a dash reactive, then copper more, then D question. Iron is a more reactive than copper in the reactivity series. The last slide we have studied. Metal reacts with acids and produce the dash gas, hydrogen gas. Hydrogen gas is next. We come to the fourth question. Mark T for true, F for false. Fourth question, see. Generally, the non-metals reacts with the acids. False. B. Sodium is very reactive metal. True. C. The copper, sodium is a reactive metal. Copper displaces zinc from the zinc sulfate solution. Copper displaces zinc from the zinc sulfate. False. Coal can be drawn into a wire. D also. False. Fourth. Next, come to the fifth question. They are given. Fifth question. Some properties are listed in the following table. Some properties are listed in the following table. Distinguish between the metals and non-metals on the basis of the physical following properties. See, he has given. See, properties. Properties, metals, non-metals. First one, appearance, that is luster, shining, non-shining. Yes. The second one, hardness, hard, soft. Present in three states also. Third one, malleability. Malleable, yes, no. The next, fourth one, ductility. Yes, no. Then heat and conduction. Yes, no. Then sixth one, conductor of electricity. electricity, that is yes, no, is it? Yes, no, that's all about the property. You have to list. Yes, by zooming the video or by pausing the video, you can list the property or you can write the fair book of. Q reason for the following. Aluminum fuel are used to wrap the food item. Give reason. Aluminum fuel, because aluminum is the most ductile, that we can convert the aluminum into a thin sheet. That's why aluminum is a malleable metal. Aluminum is a malleable metal. That's why it can form into a wrapper, and the aluminum wrapper is using around the food materials. Yes, most malleable. That's why the aluminum is used for the wrapping the food material. The next, immersion rod for the heating the liquid are made up of the metallic substance. See what happens here? Immersion. See, while heating, suppose for example we are heating a substance or a liquid, we have used a metallic rod. See why we are using? Metals are having the high melting point and boiling point. Metals are having the high melting point and boiling point. That's why we are using the metallic rod on heating the liquids in the beakers. Yes, that reason you are right. Next, dear students, copper cannot displace zinc from its salt solution. Copper cannot displace zinc from its salt solution, because copper is a less reactive than zinc. Copper is a less reactive than zinc. That's why copper will not displaces the zinc from its salt solution. That zinc is a more reactive than copper. Zinc is a more reactive than copper. It means copper is a less reactive. Copper is a less reactive. That's why copper will not displace the zinc. That we have studied the reactivity series. Displacement reaction. Yes. Next, the sodium and potassium are stored in the kerosene, because sodium and potassium are highly reactive metals. Sodium and potassium are the highly reactive metals. That's why the sodium and potassium are stored in in kerosene. If it is exposed into the atmosphere, it catches that sodium and potassium catches the fire. That's why the sodium and potassium are stored in the kerosene. Yes. The next, dear students, matching code. Let us see. Next, another one. Can you store the 11 pickles in the aluminum utensil? Explain. No, because the pickles contains acid. The pickles contains acid, that is sour substance, acid. The acids are react with the metals. Acids are react with the metals. For example, see what happens here. Sodium is a metal, reacts with the acids, HCl. It forms the salt NaCl. See what happens. Sodium. Suppose for example aluminium, Al2Cl3. See what happens? Al2Cl3. What happens? Aluminium. We will not store the pickle. Pickle contains acids. We will not store the pickles in the aluminium container, because acids are reactive with the aluminium and form the aluminium salt, and hydrogen gas will be separated out. Hydrogen gas will be separated out. Yes? Hydrogen gas will be separated out. Isn't it? It means that's why we are not storing. See, if he stores the pickle in the aluminum utensil, what happens? Or in a container, aluminum container, we are not storing the pickles. In metal container, we don't have to store the pickles. Why? That may destroy. That what happens? It may form the rust and all. The container may spoil, break, because the acids which is present in the pickles that will react with the metal container and forms the metallic salt and hydrogen gas will be liberated. That's why we don't have to store. Yes. Next, dear students, after this one, matching board is it. Matching board. Gold, in one way he has given column A and B. He has given one first one gold. The matching board, that is jewelries. B one, that is jewelries. Jewelry. Second one, iron. Iron. Machineries. In machine parts, they are using the iron. Machinery. Aluminium. Aluminium. Wrapping food. Wrapping food. Carbon. Question number 8 is carbon, fuel. Then mercury. Thermometer. Thermometer. Yes. Next, 9th question. Come to the 9th question. By zooming or by pausing the video, you can note down the points. Dilute sulfuric acid is poured on a copper plate. What happens? Sulfuric acid. What happens? That is, copper is the less reactive. Copper is what happens when, see, we have taken the copper plate on which we have poured the sulfuric acid. See, there is no any reaction occurs because copper is the less reactive than hydrogen. See what happens? There is no any reaction occurs. That you are right. Copper is the less reactive than hydrogen. That's why there is no any reaction occurs when we pour the sulfuric acid on the copper plate. The next, iron nails are placed on copper plate solution. Write the word equation of the reaction involved. See what happens? Iron, we have added the copper sulfate solution SO4, then it gives a FeSO4 plus Cu will separate, copper will separate. That is iron plus copper sulfate that gives iron sulfate plus copper. That you are right. Next, Saloni took a piece of burning charcoal and collect the gas evolved on the test tube. What? See, charcoal means carbon. Saloni took a piece of burning charcoal. Took a piece of burning charcoal. Burning charcoal means reaction with what? Oxygen. That gives CO2. Burning charcoal. Collect the gas evolved in a test tube. Whatever the gas is evolved, carbon dioxide gas, she holds in a test tube. How will she identify? How will she find the nature of the gas? She has mixed with water. What happens? Carbonic acid forms carbonic acid. H2CO3 carbonic acid. Yes, it forms the carbonic acid. The next, with the help of how she tested with the help of a litmus paper. She used a blue litmus paper. The blue litmus paper changes to the red color. By this she can conclude that the solution is that copper sulfate solution is the solution that is acidic when the Saloni mixed with the water, that is the gas mixed with the water. Yes. Next question C, that is 11th question C. On one day, Rita went to a jewelry shop with her mother. Her mother gave an old gold jewelry to the goldsmith. Gold jewelry shop, they went to jewelry shop with her mother. Rita and her mother went to jewelry shop, and her mother gave the jewelries to the goldsmith for the polish. Next day, when they brought the jewelry back, they found that there was a slight loss in its weight. Can you suggest a reason for the loss in the weight? See what happens, dear students. On polishing, the top layer of the gold jewelries was removed out by the whatever the goldsmith polished the gold jewelries, that is taken by the Rita and her mother. That on polishing, the top layer of the jewelries was removed out. That's why what happens? The loss of weight occurs in the jewelries. That's all about the exercise of the topic, the metals and non-metals. The remaining we will study in the next class.